So imagine for a second, a friend texts you and says, I will be there in exactly 3 hours.
Okay.
Your immediate question, it wouldn't be about the number 3. You'd be like, wait, are you coming by a car, by plane, or on foot?
Right, because 3 hours is just a totally meaningless measurement unless you know the vehicle they actually plan to use.
Exactly. And today, we are applying that exact logic to, basically the single most hyped technological promise of our era, which is artificial general intelligence.
AGI.
The big one.
Big one.
We're doing a deep dive into this really fascinating piece of analysis by Momen Ghazouani. He's the chief scientist at Setaleur Aplamda, and the piece is called The Vehicle Problem: Why Every AGI Timeline is Secretly a Bet on Architecture.
Such a good framing.
It really is. So the mission for this deep dive, for you listening, is to basically equip you to decode what tech billionaires are actually saying when they give you these confident timelines.
Where?
We want to give you a shortcut to seeing straight through all the AGI forecasting noise.
Because, the modern discourse around AGI commits this massive epistemic trick. We have these industry leaders, right? And they're delivering incredibly confident times of arrival, but they're completely omitting the vehicle they plan to use to get there.
Yeah, they just give the time.
Right. And 3 hours by plane versus 3 hours on foot, those describe two entirely different universes of possibility. Yet we are just constantly handed these dates without any architectures attached.
And let's look at the actual landscape of those dates right now, because it's wild. You have a Google DeepMind co-founder claiming AGI is coming in 5 years, calling it the foothills of the singularity.
Right.
Then over at Anthropic, the CEO is predicting a country of geniuses in a data center as early as this year.
Wow.
I know. And OpenAI CEO committed to 2028, literally telling students they're going to graduate into a transformed world. And then Microsoft AI's Mustafa Suleyman is forecasting that most white-collar work gets automated in like 12 to 18 months.
Which is just right around the corner.
Exactly. And they say it with such authority. It sounds like these are highly technical, mathematically derived forecasts based on hard data.
But the historical record suggests otherwise. These dates slip wildly. And the fascinating thing is, they slip without any apparent consequence to the underlying theory.
Yeah, people just sort of forget.
Exactly. Like, take Ilya Sutskever. He is undeniably one of the most technically serious voices in the entire field. But back in 2017, he predicted AGI would arrive by 2019 or 2021.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that early.
Yeah. And today, his estimate has widened out to somewhere between 2030 and 2045. Shane Legg, another DeepMind co-founder, he forecasted 2028 all the way back in 2011.
That's a huge jump.
It is. And to understand why this keeps happening, Ghazouani brings in this core concept from the philosophy of science. It was formulated by Pierre Duhem and Willard van Orman Quine, and it's known as the theory of underdetermination.
Okay, wait. Underdetermination is one of those really dense academic terms. We probably need to unpack that a bit. How does that actually apply to, a tech CEO giving a flashy keynote speech about an AGI timeline?
So, the basic mechanism of underdetermination is that a scientific hypothesis is never tested all by itself in a vacuum. It's always tested alongside a cluster of auxiliary assumptions.
Okay, like what?
So think of early astronomers, right? They're trying to prove the Earth orbits the sun by looking through a telescope. If they didn't see the stellar parallax they expected, they didn't actually know if the Earth-Sun hypothesis was wrong, or if their telescope, which is the auxiliary assumption here, simply wasn't powerful enough.
Okay, so you can't isolate the single variable.
Exactly. In our case, the AGI timeline, the date they give, that's the hypothesis being presented to the public. But the architecture, like how we actually build the system, is the hidden auxiliary assumption being smuggled in.
I see.
So when a 5-year prediction fails to materialize, nothing in that failure actually tells you if the error was simply a miscalculated timeline, or if the underlying architecture it silently assumed is just fundamentally incapable of achieving general intelligence.
Okay, but hold on. Let me play devil's advocate here. Because I look at the massive data centers being built right now. I see the charts showing computer chips getting faster and more efficient every single year.
Scaling laws, yeah.
Right. So if we are just scaling up compute exponentially, why does the specific architecture even matter? Like, if the computer just gets big enough, doesn't it eventually cross the threshold?
That assumption right there, that is exactly the divide splitting the AI community into two fundamentally different camps. It's not a debate about computing power, actually. It is a debate about what intelligence structurally requires.
Okay, break down the camps for me.
So Camp 1 operates on the belief that scaling up text-based models is sufficient. Basically, feed the system enough data, Give it enough compute, and reasoning just emerges on its own.
The more is all you need approach.
Right.